This is a review of the new HAIM record. HAIM are a pop trio with 3 sisters, and the chemistry is present on almost every track on this very enjoyable synth pop sophomore record. You'll hear it in the vocal harmonies on these songs, and the grooves on a lot of these tracks are amazing on the album's best moments. I still think Want You Back is a synth pop stunner that kicks this album off, really throws back to 80s pop, maybe a little bit of 70s too. And I understand where some people are coming from when they say this album does sound very safe, but actually I kind of must say that beyond an initial listen, there's actually a lot of risks being taken in the music. I won't take away from the fact that this album is basically just love-struck 80s styled pop, and most of this album is, but there are these little details in the music that do sound maybe a little bit unexpected, a little bit nuanced. I wouldn't say like mind-bending experimental stuff, obviously not. Just little off-kilter details that appear. I actually really enjoy the production and the sound of this record, even if sometimes the mixing is a little bit off. But they certainly aren't making this album boring, at least not for me. I think the thing is that some of these tracks don't exactly flourish until maybe the hook, and until you find that groove to latch onto, or that defining groove that makes the song catchy. And if you're not that into synth pop jams, obviously you're not going to be all that enthralled to begin with. It is a very glossy sound, and as I said before, the mix can be a little bit off at times. Some of these songs might be growers, since not all of them strike with a punchy groove straight away. A lot of these songs start off very low key, or very wispy, quite light. But the choruses or hooks bring the grooves in, if not anywhere else on the song. Being the case for tracks like Something to Tell You and Little of Your Love, which became my favourite tracks on this album because they eventually grew on me. I will say that towards the end, some of these slower jams are a little bit underwhelming, a little bit tepid. Although the vocal harmony is still very enjoyable and very beautiful to listen to, I just feel like the overall track just feels a little bit meh. For example, Right Now, or the closing track Night So Long. But I appreciate HAIM nonetheless. They have come through with a set of synth pop tracks that are very strong and catchy and love-struck and enjoyable. And sometimes even with the grittier stuff that I usually praise and listen to, I just want a break from that. Sometimes I just want nice, catchy, danceable pop tunes, and HAIM are one of my favourite groups doing that right now. 7 out of 10. I need to shave.